Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
At least you can hear it here. It's a whole lot better here than it is anywhere else upstairs.
Freestone County Commissioners Court, June 25th, 2026. We do have proof of posting in accordance with Chapter 551, Texas Government Code, as amended, also known as the Texas Open Meetings Act. Is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Members of the public who wish to speak will each have 3 minutes to address the court.
I have not received any public comment forms.
We'll move on to item number 1 to approve the minutes of the June 17, 2026 regular meeting.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from June 17, 2026.
Hold on 1 second. You just changed your equipment and vehicles on your, with the remainder of the funds. It just says purchase equipment. 3 trucks now, purchase equipment. Okay. Yeah, on number 14, it just says, number 14, it says purchasing 3 trucks now and purchase equipment with the remainder. It needs to be equipment and or vehicle. Because we'll have to have that for SB 22. Has to say vehicle on there also.
All right, say that one more time.
On number, where it says purchase equipment with the remainder of the funds prior to the end of this fiscal year, it needs to say equipment and or vehicle.
So a motion to approve the minutes with the change on item number 14.
I'll make it motion.
I'll second. Motion second, all in favor, aye. Motion carried, item number 2, further transfers of notes.
I'll make a motion to approve those transfers.
I'll second.
Have a motion second, all in favor, aye. Motion carried. Item number 3 is payroll, or sorry, item number 4. Payroll today, no action. Item number 4, item number 5 is reports. Don't have any.
Same way on number 3.
No bills, no payroll.
Item number 3 is no action. Item number 4 is no action. Item number 5, unless y'all have any reports, will be no action. No action. Item number 5, item number 6, burn ban. 7 special road use agreements.
Did a guy call you about subdivision plat on 179? I told him, he was asking everything you needed, and I said, call you, and that way we don't
Yes,
drop it.
I did
And
speak with-
I didn't know whether it was short notice, whether they were gonna make it today or not.
He said July 1st.
Okay, so he did, because he was kicking around trying to be here today. and I didn't-
Yes.
Okay.
Did you ever hear anything back from Diversified? Scary mom, I guess.
I do have a continuation certificate. For Stroud Petroleum to continue a $25,000 bond, which covers access to County Road 532.
Okay. Do we accept?
Is there a motion to accept this?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor, aye. Motion carried. Any other discussion on item number 7? Item number 8 is to approve funds and education certificates for county officials. Have cybersecurity awareness training for Jennifer Lane, cybersecurity awareness training for Kelsey Atkinson, cybersecurity awareness training for Tamara Perez. Any other certificates? Now, is there a motion to accept these three?
Make a motion to accept them.
I'll say.
Motion second, all in favor, aye. Motion carried. Item number 9 is to review and consider possible action on the JAB contract, district courtroom audio recording system.
I did look back to see what we paid last year. Since last year was the first year that they had it, we paid the maintenance fee plus the installation, which was, I think, about $5,200. And the maintenance, just for the maintenance contract, since the system's already in, I think it's 15, I think is what it says on there.
5847.
Yeah, which is what we paid for ours too.
Is there anything they can do to make it better? I mean, it's terrible. I mean, it's a shame to have something like it in our courthouse.
But is this for the, this is for recording, it don't have anything to do with the acoustics or anything, it's just the
No,
recording?
it's just the
It's
recording
just the
system.
recording
I
system.
understand, but the recording, you can't hear the microphones, you can't hear, you could, I mean, half the time they don't work.
Well,
So, I mean, we need to look at doing something to fix it. We spent $750 million on that
Are you
road.
talking about the recording, the microphone for the speakers or the
Yes,
microphone
yes.
for, this is the microphone for the digital, for the,
Like court
for
reporting.
court reporting. You don't have nothing to do with the acoustics, not this.
What are those little things sit on that desk up there, what are they for? In that,
That's for-
for that court reporter to understand what they're saying? So that's basically the same thing.
But this company don't have anything to do with people being able to hear. She needs to be able to hear from,
I understand. If she can't hear, the people can't hear.
she can hear, she can, I don't know that.
I'm just saying, just for the record, I'm saying something needs to be done. I don't care, you can put it wherever you want to put it, it's the worst place there is, this courthouse, and we have spent $750 million on that one room, and we can't hear. That's a shame. People's lives depend on what's said in that courtroom. Those jurors are sitting over there, and they keep, I mean, I rest my case, that's it. We agree.
I agree with you. Yeah, we couldn't hear anything last 2 weeks.
Would y'all like to get with the district judges and make sure that they are in agreement to continue this maintenance contract?
I'm glad to do it.
Okay. Because with this, we've got until August the 1st. Looks like, so we want to table. There's a motion to table. Item number 9.
I'll make that motion.
I say,
Motion table carried. Item number 10, be allocation of the TAC safety equipment fund.
sheriff's department?
That's the Texas Association of Counties, money that they provide to the county each year for commissioners and the sheriff's office. So I was just bringing it forward to see if y'all are still gonna donate y'all's portion to the sheriff's office,
Yeah.
just to get it on the agenda and get it taken care of. It's usually between $900 and $1,200, usually. I'm not sure what it's gonna be this year. I got an email, so I assumed everybody else did, but maybe not. And I'm not sure who gets it, I don't know. I don't know about the amount yet. They just sent out an email saying that it was,
So we still need to accept it.
well, it'd be accepted, that's what I'm doing, is trying to see what they wanna do with their money. If they're gonna provide it to us again, or,
We have to accept the funds.
Yeah, we've always used it, yeah.
But we don't know how much it is yet.
Second.
Second.
Have a motion second for allocated Texas Associated Safe Equipment money to go to the sheriff department. All in favor, aye. Motion carried. Item number 11, budget workshop.
That's your crash.
Yeah, might be here.
Oh, keep it,
That's all right.
really, that's important there anyway.
You ever put this budget calendar together? Did you do this?
Yes, that's a calendar that we use
I wanted y'all to
every
have a copy of that, so y'all can kind of
No, it doesn't.
help us keep up, yes. Timelines.
There may be like additional dates that may be added if we call like a special meeting or something. But we'll try like at every special meeting that we've got to do some sort of budget workshop or budget review. Just so we can spend as much
We don't
time.
get our
as we
numbers
need.
we don't get our numbers from Don until like the 22nd, right?
24.
20, it's 24.
July.
Oh, there we go, I see it, yeah. Okay.
One of the reasons why we wanted to go ahead and have this today and not wait until the first, but if we can get some of the easy stuff out of the way.
Yeah. I'm all for getting it knocked out.
Exactly. I would just love to know exactly what we want that number to be, you know, I mean, one thing that, so yesterday when I was going over some of the budgets that always run through the judge's office, and this was printed on May the 11th, so there was a couple of them that did you put the updated sheets in here?
Yes, so, the first part of it's gonna be all the requests that we received from all the departments. Then, after, behind the second tab where it says fiscal year 26 budget, that was printed off yesterday. So that's got the most accurate, current numbers of what we've spent so far this year.
We just want to start again and kind of cover some of the more simple ones. On the county judge's budget, didn't change, I moved postage up $150, conference expense for $2,250 to $4,000. It's only two changes I made. And if you look on there, there are there's a couple of things on there that will not be completed, so that money's gonna go back in. So I don't really think it's gonna change the overall amount of the budget for our office.
How much did you say that you requested for the postage?
From $300 to $450.
Okay. I think that would be good, because we've been having to, do a lot, most of the things that we mail out is mainly court appointments. And we've had a lot of those this year, a lot of applications. The
the folder in my desk is about this thick right now, and just from for fiscal year 26. And then whenever we get those proposed, tax abatement stuff, we have to mail those to all the taxing entities and stuff like that.
So we've got a couple line items that we haven't touched, barely touched on, that we could do budget transfer on, well, between now and the end of the year. Going next to the county auditor's budget. I think just about everybody's going to be requesting additional money for conference expense. Which kicks in a little on travel. Let's see where she has lowered her equipment, furniture. Down $1,400.
On agreements and leases on mine, it did increase, but that's because I have treasurer's budget also within my software budget.
So is that where you're talking about those agreements and leases, or is it going to come out of each line item or everybody?
Well, we're going to kind of.
You may be slowing me down.
Or you can go ahead and talk about it.
So we met with FI yesterday, which is a new system that we're going to for finance software. There's a lot of counties, when we were going over a lot of other counties' budgets, a lot of their agreements and leases, which essentially most of that's going to be like your software. A lot of the other counties put it all in one like IT fund. And that way you're not having to run into, oh, well, this entity's using it and they end up having to take the full cost, and then it ends up being an issue later on down the road where we need this money for this. So we're working with FI, and I did contact Limestone County, and they do it that way also. Theirs goes into their IT, but that's something we're still gonna look into, but potentially maybe moving all of the software into one IT budget, but we still have to be able to allocate it to which department it goes to. But I think that'll take away a lot of that. A lot of the software cost gets missed in the budget. I know like Sheriff's Department budget this last year, they budgeted 1,800. They didn't. It was put in for 1,800 on one of their softwares, and the software actually was like 8,000. And so the funds aren't getting put there. If we can put it all in one pot and just pay it all out, but still departmentalize it, then we're not gonna run into all those, we need the extra
It's
money
going
for
to be
this.
easier to track. It's going to be
Be
easier.
easier for you.
Us and I think
For y'all,
everybody,
I think
because.
for everyone. I mean, it'd make our job and budget easier this year.
Yeah, because there's also, like, if Sheriff's Department has a software and constables want to use it, technically constables should be picking up the cost on that, on the extra that's going on there, and they're not, and so it's causing, like, I'm not gonna pay for this, well, we're in contract with them, so somebody has to pay for it, so then it might fall all on the sheriff's budget and not on whose budget it should go to, so it's gonna eliminate all of that if we can go to it. We're working with FI, and then we're gonna get in touch with some other counties to get a good idea on exactly how they do it.
And I think the only department we're going to have to be careful as far as, because that's going to actually lower some departments' budgets. When you take that out, it should put it in a separate.
It's gonna be
budget
Sheriff's
sheet. We're going to have
Department,
to watch theirs because of SB 22.
but,
As long as we can explain.
well, and I have an email out to Jim, the guy that's over SB 22, to see if, in order for them to have the SB 22 funds, their budget cannot decrease. It has to either stay the same or increase each year for them to receive those funds. And so that's why we're gonna still have to departmentalize it.
Yeah. But I don't think there's any other departments that would be affected like that.
No,
I can make up the money for me too.
no. No,
Nobody watching you.
you're the whole reason we're doing
Okay, so looking at that, and I kind of like to keep up with it in percentages, but what Kelsey has got listed on here, that's less than 5%. That's 0.0467% increase in her office requested in comparison to last year. So I think it's, if we kind of look and see what the office increase and why, but I think it's very reasonable. So on that FI document that you put in there, Kelsey, is that recognized on the page that we just went over?
yes.
Is that's part of that 15,000? That 8,400?
On the second one, I think. Good.
What do you mean, the 15?
Well, so on the page that you turned in, which is budget without COLA, shows a total budget increase of $15,776.
Yeah, so the total for our FI is included in my agreements and leases.
Okay.
Is that what you're asking? And that covers the auditor's office and the treasurer's office.
Okay.
And also, one of the seats that are on there is also, will be the county judge's
Right.
office also.
26.
Well, that's even better, but that's figured in there, it's still less than 5% increase, and it's covered 2 of the officers. As far as the page that you put in there with the, what your budget would be if there were a cost of living, I think we're going to go through these and kind of wait and see where we're at, and then
Right.
talk about raise that in unless somebody wants to
Yes,
discuss right
yeah,
now.
we do.
We'll hear.
Yeah.
So the next one will be the county treasurer's office.
No, mine, I guess, all the salary, insurance and all that, that will alter a little bit once we get insurance and all that awarded for everybody. My postage, I can leave the same, office supplies, I can leave, dues and subscriptions. I know I bumped that up because I got a surprise invoice with the local government code book. So I didn't know that we had had that since the early 90s. So I bumped that up so I would still be able to keep that subscription. Agreements and leases I left the same because Kelsey's got our software in it, in hers and the auditors. But I don't know how we're gonna do net data and all that. So,
Right, and in my budget, I did not include anything for the conversion for net data.
Okay.
I figured we would put, I think last time it came out of a different
Yeah,
budget.
I think you're gonna have, instead of an office deal, that's gonna be a one-time cost. So we should be budgeting for it year after year. And it's gonna affect the sheriff's department, it's gonna affect the DA, it's gonna affect your office. But again, once we get it paid for, it's I'm hoping that that can actually be paid out of this year's budget before October the 1st. I know Dane is working with 2 different companies that say they can do it, waiting on the price.
Estimate data.
Yes,
Yeah, the conversions,
to be able to
extraction and still have
extraction, the
access.
conversion, and then it would be,
So after we do that, will we have anything to do with that anymore?
the goal is to.
We'll be
to
done. I think the plan is to put it on a local server, our own server, and then we'll just have access in our individual offices to the converted data that's on there. So we won't, net data will be done with them.
As far as data max for our copier, we're still working on that with how the line items are gonna work, where that's gonna fall. I know we pay roughly around $60 a month, so I may have to come back to my agreements and leases. Purchase services, I left. Conference, I doubled, so Callie would be able to attend conferences as chief deputy. And then, let's see. Everything just kind of fluctuates on salary, changing on that. The only other thing I have a note on is not necessarily with my budget, but with TCDRS. Last year, we made a $50,000 payment to kind of get ahead of our liability funds. And I didn't know if we wanted to go ahead and make another additional payment for the upcoming fiscal year. When we make payments, it sets in as of January 1st. We made a payment of $50,000 this year, 2026, which won't take effect until 2027 in January. So it makes our percentages go down and changes that liability debt basically we're paying off.
Yeah, and we should, not knowing unforeseen things, but we should have that money in some line, and I'll point them out as we get to them. There are some budgets that I went through yesterday that more than likely we won't be spending that money, which is budgeted for this year. If we could do a transfer and go ahead and pay that additional $50,000, I mean, it's a huge benefit in what it costs us from now on, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was kind of an eye-opener for you and I think, when we thought we was in good shape that day and come back home to find out we wasn't. So, but I do think that if there's another line item that money's not gonna be spent, that we get another $50,000 paid into that before the end of this fiscal year. And I'll point it out when we get, I can't remember what was that.
Yeah, I just wanted to put that bug in our ear so we were on the lookout for it. It will help, and that would be a total of $100,000 that we put towards that debt, and that would decrease that percentage down to almost 0.5%, so it would help our cost
Yeah,
a lot.
and it's, has the symbol, is it TC or DRS?
TCCRS, yeah. So we have until December 15th to make that payment for it to take effect January 2027.
Well, I think if we can do that in this year's budget, it would be better.
Other than that, in my budget, I will just have to kind of hold off until after our next commissioner's court to reflect our salaries.
What was your increase?
For salary,
No, total.
51,965 is what.
yeah, and that, it's going to be adjusted. That's just reflecting on the salary side.
good, 51?
51,965. A portion of that, last year Mandy didn't have but 1,500 in part-time. And so, once we made that change earlier this year, that is 12,000 of her, 51,000 is because of that.
And also in that part-time position, it was only 15,000 because you're already halfway through the year, so I calculated it as a 12 months,
Right.
including like workers' comp and all that. And you can see like on my B notes down there, I calculated it at $18 an hour instead of 15. That's why it's at the 27. But I have both options there.
Okay.
Any more discussion on the treasurer's budget? Moving to the tax assessor collector's budget.
He's not asking for anything.
Let's put it on dues, oh, that's it.
I like it. Commissioner's court budget. I'll just leave it the same.
Thank you.
County court.
Oh, sorry. I know as far as like the supplies and stuff, we should be good, because I know that we got all of y'all new binders, and new calculators, the page dividers and stuff like that. And so I think as far as supplies and everything, we should be good just to keep it the same.
You know, county court.
On county court, it's pending that there won't be anything changed with agreements and leases, which, we may touch on and the court reporting, taking it from $2,000 to $3,000 would be the only major change. To the county clerk.
Under office supplies, it looks kind of odd where before we budgeted 7,000 and I have 13,000 this time. In court supplies, it's about $6,000. That's what that difference is. I know there was talk about adding another line item or maybe not adding another line item. I've never got the final word on that. So that's what that is. I spent $5,500 and the court supplies, they are the folders for criminal, probate, civil, the birth and death paper, the marriage paper, something we call pretty paper that goes in certain, it goes in the cases. We use that paper. Do you think of anything else that fell under that, Tammy? It's very expensive.
Yeah.
And, it was $5,500 is what I spent, so I just rounded that up to 6,000. My agreements and leases, the LGS falls under that, that's why that increased from 21. Let's see, 27,000 is what I budgeted.
Yes, ma'am.
For 30, that's LGS at 2,000 a month. Datamax machines, we have 2 of those, so that includes the large copier and the smaller copier, and our dues on our post office box. So that's where the 27,000 came from. I did increase the conference expense. King Joe needs to go to some conferences this next year. It was crucial that she goes.
The biggest thing in yours is the recording.
The recording, yeah, that what used to be the biggest, but some of these others increased. That number really is, that 393,000 is not correct, because under the medical, they put in 49,000 in there, and I really had medical for 5 employees. But, only 4 was in there, and I had to pay the 12,000 out of a special fund because it wasn't in there. That's why, that 65,000, that is budgeted 13,000 per employee, just in case it goes up, yeah,
And that is correct.
yeah.
It's 12 something now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 12, so I just put 13, because I don't know what it's gonna be.
And all that will be adjusted once we get those numbers.
Yeah. And, that's pretty much it.
But the new contract that you've done, which eliminates the 61,500.
Yeah.
So the budget's actually way down, even in addition
Yeah.
to.
That was what I was impressed, it's $13,000 less than it was last year.
Well, it's,
Yeah, but there's actually, if you kind of need to allow that 50,000 on that insurance, it's jumping up to 65, that's another 15,000 difference. But it was just a mistake. That didn't get, there was an employee that did not get budgeted for insurance.
right.
And that's why, that really didn't change. Because we ended up having to pay it anyway. It just did not come out of this general fund.
What's the name of the company, the contract we just done on your recordings?
LGS.
So it's the LGS took the place of,
Nemo,
okay, so it's Nemo, it's one of the companies that used
Yeah.
to be Nemo.
yeah.
So you have 5 employees now, or you just have 4? How many?
Counting me, I have 4 employees.
That's
And
just
so there's 5 of us.
When you say 5, that's counting.
That's counting me. 5 full-time employees is in that office. And as far as salaries, I don't know what y'all were gonna decide, that's a guessing game. What I budgeted was the customary, what y'all usually do, around $2,500 a year for everybody. In the past 3 years, except for last year, that's kind of what it's been. So that's where I got those numbers from. I added that to their salary.
county clerk? Good.
Yeah.
County attorney's office,
Lloyd, my special funds, that will get discussed when we do the plans, is that right?
So there's nothing, this is, we're at the county attorney, right?
right, yeah, I'm trying to figure out,
There's no numbers up here, but what is this stuff here? This is add-ons? Down at the bottom, you talking about where you wrote?
I think he's just breaking down some subscriptions.
yeah, this one
Does that make sense? Dues and subscriptions. That's what it looks like.
that totals up 7235, please. We'll have to wait till he's in here, I think, to go over this agreement, because I'm curious on the agreements, this is 38,000 budgeted last year, how much of that was net out, and what will that change?
So there's, his budget for last year was 402,308. This year to date, 255,730. Is there a lot left over? The amount of time we got left over?
Oh, you're looking at the
See, compared from what the budget is and what it's used.
office supplies, but not furniture.
I thought it looked good.
Yep.
Probation.
No change.
Okay. To the district clerk.
Another office supplies, more
Well, I have one now.
Let me talk about that.
I mean, when you asked me about that, you got to come on these. When met with Judge Friend this morning, when we're looking at the, on 542. And as of right now, there's one, capital murder trial in our county. Do you know of anything else that popped up since we've talked? And, we've been told that the state is prosecuting for the death penalty. So it's going to be a more lengthy, drawn out, more than likely. The way I understand it, our insurance kicks in because it's a special attorney that will be appointed to,
Because of the death penalty.
because of the death penalty. But again, that allows our insurance to kick in. So he told me this morning, he didn't think that that would be any cost to us there.
we done went through that, that costs lots of money too. There's something to think about.
So what kind of number did he?
Well, what he wanted to say, and I told him, like, I need to look at this on bill since what we're looking at was printed on May the 11th, and I knew yesterday it wasn't gonna be right.
And we've got that one, is that the one that's sealed or whatever, is that coming out of there?
Yeah.
That's where that 100+ thousand's being.
So we've spent 119,000 today out of the 177,000 that was budgeted.
How close is it to ever being over?
Could be years. Yeah, it's let's see, years. If that percentage,
How much did that insurance cost?
Kelsey, do you have any idea what that falls under?
The insurance, I do not have the cost, or I don't have it with me. But I do know that there should also be some like grant funding from the state that'll cover some things also that they're gonna try to look into. We did go back all the way to the last time that they had a case like this, and it looked like while the case was going on, they cushioned that fund. Sometimes it got used, a lot of the times it didn't.
So how does that work with the state, against the capital deal? The state's gonna have a special prosecuting attorney, right? We pay for that?
I thought the one that we were responsible for was an attorney who had the credentials to defend someone for a capital murder trial. And that person has been appointed and was actually here yesterday picking up some discovery, he said.
And we're paying them.
But our insurance is supposed to, that's what our insurance covers, didn't kick in. And we were pretty fortunate that this, the Black case,
The Brett Black? Yeah.
yes, that case was, he had indigent defense, so we were paying for that. But up until this point, his family has retained counsel for him, so we haven't been paying that. So that's one reason we've only spent what we have.
Okay. But we don't know, we don't pay for the special prosecutor?
I don't know that we pay and get reimbursed, but we do have insurance for that.
We also are part of the regional public defenders membership deal.
Is that the deal on the road?
Yes, for they specialize in capital cases. So
Right.
they're the ones that actually would appoint, we go through them to get an attorney appointed for capital murder cases. And that's part of our membership fee, that we pay to them, is for that. As far as I know, we don't necessarily pay for that special prosecution attorney, or special defense attorney. There is gonna be, because I know that there was one that, the auditor's office was asking me about an order that the judge signed about, just paying a small $1,000 invoice for the discovery and all that for the attorney. But it was only $1,000, so if we pay it some, it's just normally those little costs like that. But as far as I know, we don't pay for the special prosecution attorney because we're part of that regional public
Yeah,
defenders.
low.
Yeah.
I think we can look at this, we're on track this year. As of June the 24th, we had spent 67% of what was budgeted last year, so it's pretty on pace. Again, I do feel like there's gonna be some funds that were budgeted for, not just on this page, but in some other places, that if we feel we needed to up that amount, that we should probably do so. But it's kind of like the addition, making another $50,000 payment to the retirement
Right.
system. I think once we familiarize today and kind of see which budgets are gonna Because right now, we haven't seen anything that's
Stupid.
exactly. And so, I'm scared to keep turning. Um, I'll just say we'll look at a potential increase on this once we get toward the end of the budget.
Page 16.
Page 16, hopefully that's one of those budgets that we will have some money left over. And again, that's kind of what I was thinking as far as doing some budget transfers, to get that 50,000 paid. Because on this right here, there's, pretty good chance that we'll, that could be, by the end of the year, that could easily be $8,000 of it right there.
Yeah,
And then still leave that budget the same for next year.
maybe the next page too.
Yeah, it's changed a little bit. If you look on page 17 on the updated version.
Updated version.
Kelsey, on that 00544, which court is that for? Is that for county court?
Change. Well,
Yes, so that's, well, it's gonna come out of that, and it's also, some of the, like, the mental evaluations for district court also comes out of that one.
Out of that as well? Okay.
So it went up $2,000 on the new one. Yeah, okay.
But it's still in good shape for the
Oh, yeah.
year.
Still got half the money.
Before we go to Justice of the Peace Precinct 1, would y'all mind if we take a recess?
Sir?